commitment to the nation, we are strongly stated. We will continue to serve the nation as Indian citizens. But at the same time, we seek freedom of religion. We stand for the fundamental rights, including freedom of religion, to profess, practice, and propagate the religion, and we stand for equality, liberty, and freedom, and so on. So these are the things that we discussed. We also discussed about the activities of the offices, councils, and the activities. We have 14 regions. CBCI has got 14 regions, 174 dioceses, of which 132 are Latin, 31 Sierra and 11 Sierra Malangara. And we are happy that we work together. And also we are strong in our ecumenical movement. And when we say we have to empower the laity, we have to empower our ecumenical movements, and so on. These were the main discussions. And thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Now if you have some questions, you can ask the questions. You can tell whom you are asking. You can introduce first of all which organization.
No, tell us now. You can ask questions on that basis.
This is a CBCI statement.
Yeah.
Your Eminence, I have a specific question. You made history when you became the first Dalit cardinal in the Indian Church history, and now you have taken the mantle of the entire church leadership. So, how are you going to take it forward? Now, there are, here and there, bickering among the Dalits, Catholics also. So, how are you going to address? What will be your strategy?
Yeah, as Archbishop Andrew Talath said, so there are Dalits in the Catholic Church, and we have a commission for it, SC, BC, ST, and so Dalits and tribals. And in this also, we also pay attention to the migrants and also Adivasis, etc. So wherever the areas are there, so we attend to their need, especially encouraging them for education and social upliftment, especially taking for the option for the poor. So this is not today, but it has been, the Catholic Church has been continuing these services, and in the same way, maybe in a better way, we go forward.
Just to add a word, the Constitution very clearly states that there is equality of religion, equality with regard to other things, no. And at the same time, to say that there are minority rights. Now you see, this equality is no, with regard to the religious issue, this equality is not given to Christians. When one becomes a Christian, or for years the Christians, the Christians were there. So one is a Dalit Christian, all his rights are taken away. This is against Constitution, this is against human rights, and there is still case going on about the Constitution that even several years that the case is pending in before the court. But we want to say we want equality, we want minority rights, more than that we want equality of religion. If there is discrimination on the basis of religion, that is against the spirit of the Constitution, and it is against the spirit of human rights. So this is happening. Now we are so happy. We don't make any discrimination with regard to caste, tribal, creed, and so on. So we are so happy that Anthony Cardinal Pula is elected by the CBCI and we wish him all best in his ministry as the president of CBCI.
Yeah. The question is, what is the biggest issue facing the community today? In terms of the, is it the attacks on the priests who are working in, priests and nuns who are working in certain states, or is it something else? Is it something else?
So, we as Christians, as any other citizen in India, we have the right and duty to live in India with equality and with regard to rights and obligations as well as duties. Now we find that in some states there are some laws which are often misused. I say misused. Freedom of religion is there, but in the name of freedom of religion, freedom is curtailed. In the name of freedom of religion, the equality, the rights are often false accusations and cases are run on. So in some places we cannot go like a Christian with a cross in his, or a dress, a priestly dress or a sister dress. Even some Christians cannot enter into some villages and so on. So such discriminations and attacks are against Indian Constitution and against human rights. So this, the very question of to profess, practice and propagate is a right. We Christians are against forced religion. Now, if we are using forced religion, Christianity started in the 1st century itself. In India, Christianity started in 1st century itself. But comparing to the other religions, we are coming down. We were 2.7% Christians, now it is 2.3. This is the official view which I will. So how is it? We are also against forced conversion, but they are accusing without any basis about forced conversion. We are targeted, and we are anxious about it. And also there is discrimination regarding Christians, discrimination with regard to other, and the microscopic minorities are also discriminated in the sense the microscopic community of the minorities are also discriminated on the basis of many other reasons. I don't elaborate.
And one of the major issues that we face is actually the backwardness of our community, the Christian community. Of course, we have a lot of institutions and we have served people of all faith, all religion, without making any distinction whatsoever in regard to religion or in regard to faith or language. But at the same time, the community that we have, the Christian community here, they have less opportunities. They have less placement in government or in other job opportunities. The economic standards of our people are very low. So this is one of the major issues that the community, the Christian community is facing, the economic on the one hand, the social on the other hand. Educationally, we see that the people are taken care of. And all our institutions, we do the best way possible to keep our people moving forward in education and so on. So this is one of the things. And second thing, according to me, is the tension that prevails in our society without no reason. For example, hate and kind of discrimination that we hear, and the people moving with suspicion and so on. There is absolutely no need, because this land is a land of peace and harmony where everybody was encouraged, and as rightly pointed out, from the very beginning itself, the Christian community has put its best efforts for the entire nation, and they have never or ever made any chance of cooperating with any disintegrating forces, but at the same time cooperating with the integrity and national building of our nation. So I think this is how we try to help our nation.
So I'll stand up. So Verghese from Indian Catholic Matters. Despite our small in numbers, we've contributed a lot to our nation building. Yet, in terms of governance, our impact has not been as much as our contribution, number one. And also to the outreach to media. Even if you see here, other than some Christian and PTI, there are hardly media representation. I mean, we need to tell your stories. Your outreach is, in our opinion, is just not enough. Outreach to media, help us to help you. So these are two areas where I feel, in terms of governance, our impact has not been to our expected lines. When it comes to attack on our churches, we have been meeting the government officials right to the PMO corridors and all that, but the impact is not significant enough for the community to feel confident enough. And another thing is the media outreach. I mean, we tell stories, but we are not being entertained here itself. I mean, let's be honest in that. But these are two areas where I feel if CBCI could work on those areas, we'll be more than happy to tell your stories.
What in this regard, just one more lead in. We have discussed this matter, so we are not that much seeing, visibility is less, and therefore we said that we have to improve, strengthen our media cell. And Father Robinson, we have got a office for media, and therefore under leadership of Father Robinson, we hope that it will be strengthened. More visibility should be there, and last year we have seen that we have better visibility, but we want more visibility, strengthen media activities of the church. What you said is totally correct. Father Robinson?
May I ask? Okay. We are working on it. We have improved to a certain extent. More to be done. And as you have given the suggestion, it's a good suggestion. And we are working on it. We will do better in coming days. We will have more interaction and more frequent interaction. That is what I can, at this point, I can promise, and we will surely work on it. This is a good suggestion.
Yeah, national level, I'm happy that you are telling that we are working on that, we are improving. But regional level, we have been doing very well. Because in many states, we have a close contact with the local media. For each and everything they used to come. For all the problems, whether it is secular, it's a religious or political problem, they come to us and we issue the press meet. And we put the position of the church and make it feel that we are with all respecting the human values, human dignity, and the constitution, and how it should be developed in the given context. So I feel that it is being done at various level, at the regional level. The national level, through our CBCI, we are improving this kind of social media communication. Is one of the important thing Pope Francis insisted. If you want to communicate with the people, go to them. Be a communicating instrument. And that's what we are trying to do. Yeah.
Thank you. So just to add, most of the media houses always believe that bad news is good business. It shouldn't be that the media rushes to you only when the church is attacked or institutions are attacked. We should also show the good work that the church is doing.
Sure.
Storytelling, positive storytelling. We'll work on it surely.
Manipur is gaining again. What is CBCI's take on that issue that's happening now? Manipur issue. What is CBCI's take on Manipur issue which is happening now?
Right from the time when issues or trouble started in Manipur, CBCI was there with the helping hand of Caritas. I myself personally went there, and with the then Archbishop of Imphal, I went through. We were blocked to go into certain places, and you know the natural reason. He said you can't go there, and the police said, well, we respect, because we knew that there were still problems. Our stand is Manipur is a part and parcel of the India, and although there are different, so to say, tribes with the Naga, Kuki, and so on, and Christians are there for united stand for them, and we stand. We were there in a big way. Our Caritas India helped the suffering people. Many people were dislocated, and we were there. I myself went there to distribute food, clothing, and so on. So, and the Archbishop of Imphal, along with Caritas India, we made a good helping system there. And we were not looking to which caste you do. It's true that cookies were more but we know that among the Meiteis also, among the Nagas also, and the bishop was Naga, but among them we were helping other people, and we are supporting them, we are against. And these people were telling us that the center did not do their best to control them, but there were different forces, even political parties behind recommend, I don't do that. So therefore, the CBCI wants that Manipur stands as a part and parcel of India. There is, the center takes all the necessary precautions that rivalries, attacks, and so problems are controlled. The control and necessary conscientization programs, as well as necessary necessary actions, control action should be there from the center as well as from the state.
In short, CBCI is for peace. CBCI stand is that we reject any kind of violence. There should not be any violence, and we reject all the attempts to create violence amongst any community. So we should grow in peace, love, harmony. CBCI, the Indian Catholic Church apex body, is always ready to help those who are victims, to help in any way to establish peace there, and to make all kinds of developments whatever is needed. Now, if there is no any other question, may I ask our Secretary General, His Grace Archbishop Anil, to give final comments. So we thank you for being here and asking questions, listening to us, and also kind of giving advice as to how the CBCI has to interact more often with the media and be more friendly. We request that you also come to us not only when we have general body meeting or when there is some crisis, something has happened somewhere, but as a normal practice, just to know how the CBCI is fulfilling its mandate, doing its mission, what are the areas in which we are involved, how things are going on, maybe in the field of education, field of healthcare, many other areas in which you see the church actually fulfilling her mission. So you can come routinely as a normal practice, maybe as many times as you wish, every month could be, or maybe even more frequently than that, so that you can have a feedback from us, and also that you can, through your network, be able to disseminate to a larger, maybe section of people the views of the church, the news of the church, and so on. So that is one of my kind of wish and the
request that I put on behalf of the CBCI before the media.
Thank you, Everest. Thank you for coming here. Through you, I would like to tell all the media people, CBCI head office what we have in Delhi, doors are always open to you, open for you. Not only to cover news, you can just come sometimes to sit with us, have a cup of tea, we chat on some issues in Delhi. I will be there in Delhi. Secretary General also is in Delhi. Deputy Secretary General also will be in Delhi in CBCI office. Whenever you are in Delhi, please visit us. Also, we will soon be meeting in Delhi also. I will send you invitations. Please do come. Thank you so much for your presence.